that you need to have is really what's going to get you to 5,000 a month, 10,000 a month really, really fast. And so my wife and I got started and we got to 5,000 a month in 2 months. And what we do right now is really teach people how to do this business, how to get off to a really quick start. And so what I want to do is spend a couple of minutes and share with you what I believe is a key component to you just having great success in the business right away, okay? So get a pen, get a piece of paper, take some notes. I'm going to record it in case you guys wanted to listen to it after. Definitely want to just share a couple of quick nuggets with you guys in terms of what you need to do when you get started with this business, okay? Okay. And so welcome again. I mean, definitely excited to be here, guys. It's Clifton, right? And what I want to do is I want to share with you that for those of you who are just getting started with Tradera, congratulations. I want to share with you a couple of nuggets that I believe is important for each and every one of you guys to be able to start your business off right. Because a lot of times people get started in our business, they get started in our industry, and they just think it's just another business. And at the same time, other people are getting started and they're getting to, levels right away. In fact, we have seen people in the last 2 months in Tradera of hit the $50,000 a month rank, and they're paying the same $99 a month. They have sponsored 3 or more people. They're doing the same things, but why are they getting great results versus somebody who's just sitting around not making any money? And so here's what I want to teach you guys. I've been in the industry full time for the last not 24 years, but last 14 years. And one thing I can tell you guys is time goes fast, but we've also had great success. We've been able to help a lot of people, but we've also been able to meet a lot of great people that have really done amazing things. And here's what I've learned from a lot of people who have made 6- and 7-figure income per month in this industry, is that when you get started with our company, with Tradera, the first thing you want to do, guys, it's all about your mindset. What is the mindset that you have when you're getting started? Okay? What is that mindset? Because a lot of folks, right, we all, we're conditioned to go to school, get a great job, and get a great job and work for 30, 40, 50 years, right? And all of us have a way of thinking, and I believe that you have to reprogram your mind, reprogram your thinking in a different way. This is not a job. This is a business. And because it's a business, if you treat it like a business, you can make the business type of income. Because some people that's getting started here with Tradera is going to treat it like a job, right? You don't work as hard, right? You don't have the same mindset as some of the people who have made $100,000 a month already. So the mindset and the things I'm going to give you right now is for those people who want to get the type of income out of Tradera. That's like a business type of income. See, I'm at 5,000 right now because I treated it like a business from day one. And we're going to get, the next time we talk, I'm going to be at 10,000 a month, and then we're going to go all the way up to $100,000 a month. Why? Because I'm treating it like a business. And I'm starting with the mindset that my goal is to get to $100,000 a month. So we're going to talk about your goal. So as you get started in this business, guys, the first thing I want you to understand is your mindset has to be right. So what do I mean by that? Well, the first thing is to make a decision. I tell people all the time, there is power in decision. You see, if you make a decision that you're going to get somewhere and nothing's going to stop you, you're going to get there. So what I'm saying to you guys is, first of all, make a decision. A lot of times we see an opportunity and somebody else sees it, but they don't recognize that it's an opportunity. For you, it may be an opportunity for you to get to $100,000 a month. And don't get me wrong, money is not everything. Maybe what you want out of it is to be able to earn enough money so you never go back to work again, right? For some of you, you're looking for a new car. For some of you, you're looking to move. You're looking for a new zip code or postal code change. And you're saying, I'm going to use Tradera as that vehicle to get me there. So if you recognize the opportunity that, man, this is it. This is the vehicle that can get me to where I want to go, then you need to embrace the opportunity. And so what do I mean by that? Embrace it, meaning that you're going to own up to that opportunity, right? A lot of times people come in and, you know, whoever invite them to the business, they think that that person is responsible for their success. No, it's you. You've got to be responsible for what you do, okay? The people that you share it with, not who they share it with. So you recognize the opportunity, you embrace it, and you make a decision that you're going to use Tradera to get you where you want to go. Then you're going to apply the third part of that, which is the action. You're going to take action. And we're going to talk about what action you're going to take, okay? Because action is really what creates income, right? Activity creates income. So you made a decision, and second thing you want to do, you want to set a goal. Because a lot of times people come in, they just start talking to people. They just start running, but they don't know what their goal is. You know, I spoke to a young lady yesterday, and she's been struggling. She had about 9 people on her team. And she said, well, Clifton, I need some help. I have 9 people, but guess what? I don't know what to do. I really don't. Those 9 people came to somebody else. She did not personally sponsor anybody. So I asked her, I said, well, first thing I said to her, I said, well, you need my help. So I need to know what your goal is. What are you trying to accomplish? And she says, well, yeah, but, you know, she started talking all these different things. So I asked her again, a clear question. I said, listen, what is your goal? What are you trying to do? Right? What are you trying to accomplish? Is it a monetary goal? Are you looking to earn $5,000 a month? Are you looking to earn $5,000 in the next 30 days? Then I would know you need to get to Duke. And then I would know a game plan of what to do to help you get there, right? So what is your goal? So think of what your goal is. What are you trying to accomplish, not only in the short term, but in the long term? Like she said, well, sure, I'd love to get to legend. Well, that's not a goal. You have to want to get to legend. And then we're going to show you the steps and the requirements to get there. And then we're going to put in the activities, the daily activities that can get you on your way, okay? And your goal has to be specific, right? It has to be what we call SMART goals, right? SMART, has to be specific. You know, it has to be, I want to get to Duke, and I know getting to Duke, I need 100 people in my leg 1, I need 100 people in my leg 2, and 50 people in my leg 3. See, from day 1, I knew that because I look at the compensation plan, it tells me everything. So it has to be specific, right? SMART goals. So S is specific. M, it has to be measurable. You have to be able to measure where you are right now with your goal, right? You know, you got to know that, listen, if I talk to 10 people, I'm going to get 2, right? And you have to know, it has to be measurable, okay? Attainable. Now, a lot of times people set unrealistic goals, right? You have to be able to attain it based on the activity and the work that you're putting in. And then it has to be realistic, right? You know, can you get to legend in 30 days? A lot of times people say, well, I want to be legend in 30 days, right? And they're not willing to put in that type of work, right? Megan Lynch, who's my sponsor in this business, she's at Emperor right now, Empress. And, you know, she said, hey, I want to get to legend in 90 days. And after 60 days, she's at Empress, she's at $50,000 a month. So she's well on her way. But guess what? She's putting in the activity, the work to get there. And there has to be a time frame. You have to put a time frame to it. You can't just say, oh, I want to get to $5,000 a month, and you don't know when you want to do that by, right? So goal, it has to be SMART goal. And then this next thing, folks, is the third thing is you made a decision, you set a goal. The third thing is, well, what are you willing to sacrifice to get there? What price are you willing to pay to get that type of income? Because I will tell you right now, I'm paying a price, you know, and I know it's short term, guys, because guess what? Once you put in the focus for 90 days or 60 days or 1 year, you can sit back. You can have $100,000 or $50,000 or $10,000 a month coming every single month. For some of you guys, you just want to get to Bishop, where you're making an extra $2,000 a month or $500 a week, but it's coming in every single week, and you're good, right? So just understand that you have to have there has to be a price point, a price to it. There's a sacrifice. What are you willing to give up? Because a lot of times people want something and they don't want to put any time into it. You know, they don't want to take some time to get on Zoom. They don't want to take some time to move away from the TV. give up something today so you can experience what you need to experience in the future. So what are you willing to sacrifice? You have to know that. Something has to give. And then once you've got all that down, the next thing you want to know is understand that you have to get off to a fast start. When you look at a plane that's taking off and the amount of effort and energy and force that goes into it just to lift off the ground. And once it gets in the air, you can barely even hear anything. It's so smooth, man. Why? Because it's taking off. And every time I start my business, guys, I'm telling you, that's when you're most excited. And that's when you've got to run with the business. You've got to move fast as soon as you start. I always tell people, create your story, because your story is what creates your income. As you start, I had a lady who got started just recently, and she told me, Clifton, man, I want to become Knight in 24 hours, meaning that she has her 10 people in her first 24 hours. Some of you guys may not be able to do that, but you can become a founder, which is getting your first 3 people in your first 24 hours. Why is that important? Well, because people do what you do, not what you say. You can't be stuck like I have one guy right now. He's got enough people in his team right now. We built like 60 people on one side for him, 12 on the other side, and he's only signed up 3 people. So he's got 2 people in his middle leg. He's 1 person away from founder, right? Because he's not plugging, not putting in the effort, right? So what I say to people, your story is the key, because when you get to those levels really quick, you put in that effort and that activity early, and you create that check. That's your story. When somebody says, well, Mike, what level are you? And you say, well, I am at Duke, or I'm at Knight. And so how long have you been in? I've only been in 1 week. And you're at $500 a month already? People now believe they can do it, right? And so that's the key, is you want to start fast. And so you want to create, how do you start fast? Well, you make a decision, you have a goal, you decide that you're going to make some sacrifice, and then you're going to start fast. So what do? And this is where the work comes in, and it's for another training call. But the bottom line is called what we call a activity, the wheel of activity, which is what we call the PS3. You pique someone's interest, meaning that you contact people and you invite them to take a look, right? That's sharing the opportunity. You pique their interest by calling them. S, you share the opportunity, which could be a Zoom meeting. It could be a 9-minute video that we send to somebody to take a look. And then the third part of it is the 3, PS3. 3 is a 3-way call, because you have to validate the business. You have to put them on the phone with someone else. And that's where I come in. That's my job, right? That's you connecting John to me, because guess what? You just got started. John will respect you, so he'll take a look at the video, but he won't get started, or he doesn't believe you're going to be able to help him get to where he needs to go, because he doesn't respect you as a business person. So the psychology of what we do is that you put the person on the phone with me after he looks at the information, and I'm going to say, John or Mike, man, I'm going to edify you. I'm going to say, Mary's amazing. She's excited. And, we're having fun over here. We're helping people make money, and I'm going to help you. That's all he wants to hear. And I'm going to close him. I'm going to get him started for you. Folks, this right here, this PS3, this concept of sharing it, putting somebody on the phone with me or someone else, has made me a lot of money. But a lot of people don't get it. They never practice putting the person on the phone with somebody else. And every leader in this industry, every person who have made 6 figures and 7-figure income in our industry and what we do, they are excellent at doing this, connecting people on a 3-way call. The only question is, do you have somebody who's willing to take those calls for you and help you? The great news is I'm telling you that you do. You have me here. You have the person who invited you here on our team to be able to close people out for you. The person that wins is the person that shares the business enough and do the most 3-way calls. You're going to get the most signups. And so the last part of it now, guys, is obviously you've got the right mindset, right? Now you've made a decision that you're all in, right? And you've created a goal of what you want to accomplish. and it's written down, and you've decided you're going to make a sacrifice, you've decided you're going to go real quick at the start, and you're going to do the right activities, you're going to learn that, and you're going to do the 3-year calls, and then finally, all these things come together with you doing 2 things. Number one, you're going to be consistent, because a lot of times people are doing it, but they're not consistent. They do it for 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, and then they're done. The people who make the big money in our industry, they are consistent. They are consistent at their activities, okay? It becomes robotic for them. They wake up and they're doing it every day, right? It becomes a habit. And secondly, they're persistent. Doesn't matter if somebody says yes or no, it does not matter. Your job is to share the business, put people on a 3-way call every single day. So be consistent and persistent. So guys, with that said, man, I'm excited you're on board. It's Clifton, Wright? What I want to do is just welcome you to the team. We're going to do another training call after our next presentation, which is coming up at 8 p.m. Eastern time, guys. And so I just want to thank you for being on this call. I can't wait to see everybody at the Legends table here with Tradera.